Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So in our previous video we saw what a component is, what is a nested component, and how to create a parent-child relations in components. So in this video we will see how to transfer data between a parent and a child component and from a child to a parent component. And for achieving this we will be using the tracked and action decorators. So let's start. So I'm taking the previous project itself and we are going to continue with this. So we created a card component and then we had an image inside the card, and we also added a button like near the image, right, which is a nested component. So in this video, I have made few changes to the existing project. So if we go to the image component folder, so we will see in the index.js file, we have written few logics. Uh, Initially, we were having like template only component. Right now, I have added the component JavaScript file. So in the JavaScript file, we have created a component by extending the Glimmer component. So Glimmer is a very useful library for Ember. It brings in a lot of functionalities. So we will see the differences between like using Glimmer and using the basic Ember in our upcoming videos. And we have created a variable. Let's skip the decorators for now. We will look at it in a while. So we have created a variable and we have a function, right? So in our HTML code, what we are going to do is we are going to add two logics. One is changing the style by adding a CSS class to this div, and the other one is for passing a function as a parameter, right? And in the button component, that was also a template only component. Right now we have added this Glimmer component structure by just creating a JavaScript file. With this JavaScript file, our current desired functionality won't work. That is, we have added a on click, right? In this on click, we are using something like this .args.toggle bg function. So if we don't create this index.js file with a Glimmer component being extended, we will get a undefined value at this place. First, let's see how to transfer data from child to parent, right? So in order to transfer data from child to parent, we need two things to be done. One is the parent has to send a function to the child. So here we have defined a function known as toggle bg, and we have changed the value of this variable by just swapping it to true or false, right? So what actually happens is this attract decorator will say Ember that this is a variable which is going to change, and if this changes, there is some UI event that is going to change as well in the template. So whatever changes happens to this value, any related content that we are rendering will be re-rendered every time that change happens. So we also have this @action decorator. So this decorator is used for defining that this function is going to be triggered when an UI event happens, right? So we have declared that this function is going to be called when an UI event is going to happen by using the @action attribute, and we are passing the data from parent to child. That is, here the data is the function itself, and we are giving a name for that function inside our child component. We are naming it as toggle bg parent function, right? So let's save this and let's go into the button component. So in the button component, we have defined this component as a glimmer component. So glimmer has a lot of features, right? One such feature is the args value. So any value that you pass from the parent by specifying this at symbol like a attribute will be accessible at the this dot args dot and whatever key that you pass there in the attribute place. So here we passed it as toggle bg parent function. So we have that function here. So we are specifying this function at the click event. So for that we have to specify that like this. So for this a tag, we are specifying this on click action, and then we are specifying whatever function has to be called. Here it is a function that is being passed from the parent to the child. So let us run the code and see how it works. So our server is started. Let us navigate to localhost 4002, which is our application. So when I click on click bg color, it will change the color. So how this happens is whenever we click on this button, the action that is related to this function is being called. So in the code you could see this is the button component, and inside this we have specified this function to be called on click. So this function is being passed here, which is basically the toggle bg function from the image component. So the value that is being passed is the function that you see right now. So we are changing the value of this variable is blue from we are swapping it. And in the HTML part, we have defined this if logic for this class. So what we say is if this variable is true, then append the value blue bg to the class, right? So let us see what these classes do, green bg and blue bg. We have defined that in the app.css file inside styles folder. So this class will override this value, which is green, to blue. So basically on click, this function is called and the classes are being added and removed. So this is the overall functionality of whatever we have developed right now. So thank you for watching this video. Do like, share and subscribe for more such videos.